Going on, all you Christmas enthusiasts out there? It's your two favorite Santa Claus impersonators back here for Cinephellas. I am Santa Logan. That's my good mate over there.
And I'm his elf, Uncle Henry Hill. What's going on, everybody? And Merry Christmas from us at Cinephellas. We're getting into the holiday season here. We are getting in the mood. The presents are under the tree. The fireplace is going. And we decided to go out to the theater and watch a Christmas movie to review for everybody. And we chose this one. It stars The Rock, Chris Evans, J.K. Simmons, and that polar bear back there. That's right, we're talking about Red One.
That was so disturbing.
That's right, Red One, directed by Jake Kasdan. Opportunity to take my 10-year-old son to go see this at the local cinema. He was really excited for this movie. Me, not so much, but I'm like, all right, I'll take my kid to see it. Had a pretty good time, but essentially it has to do with Santa Claus, North Pole. The Rock is head of security at the North Pole. Santa Claus gets kidnapped, and The Rock has to work with a hacker to track down where old Santa Claus is located. And that's pretty much the setup of the film. Of course, we have The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson here playing the head of security. He's one of the main actors in this film. J.K. Simmons plays Santa Claus. Bonnie Hunt plays, or Mrs. Claus, I should say, Bonnie Hunt. Haven't seen her in a while. And of course, Chris Evans behind me playing the hacker in this movie. Beginning of the film, he's like a young kid, doesn't believe in Santa. Fast forward all these years later, he's a bad person. He's a hacker, makes money in dirty ways, and down on his luck, so to speak.
Yeah, that kicks off the plot. It has a lot to do with mythology, the Mora Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority. They're like the military organization that oversees and protects a secret peace treaty between mythological creatures and humanity. And it's all led by Dwayne Johnson's character, Callum Drift. What a name. It kind of gives you an idea of how the movie's going to go. He's this over the top head of security for Santa. And he's being dismayed around the holidays because he sees a lot of people just being assholes around the holidays. Not a lot of people have the Christmas spirit, and he's thinking about hanging up the leather suit there, and abandoning protection duties for Santa. He just can't do any more Christmases anymore. So that's where this we see him in this movie. He's kind of losing his love for the job, and this adventure is forcing him to get back into it. And hopefully by the end of the movie, of course, will he find the Christmas spirit and want to protect Santa further. But I really thought this movie was easy to watch. It was fun, didn't take itself too seriously. A lot of action like we expected here with The Rock and Chris Evans. They're both huge action stars in their own right and teaming up. But I liked how Chris Evans' character here was like the computer hacker, the smarter guy of the bunch, where The Rock was just the muscle, basically, like we're used to seeing him in most of his movies. But it's cool. It plays on all the Christmas lore that we grew up learning about, and deals with Krampus being Santa's adoptive brother, and touches on their relationship, and is an interesting spin because I never really seen a Christmas movie and Santa Claus lore mixed with witches, and that's what we get in this movie.
That's right. It sets up Grayla's character, Kiernan Shipka. Been talking about her quite a bit in a lot of TV shows and movies popping up. Love her, young actress. She plays this, the axe of Krampus, but she's a Christmas witch up to no good. And of course, behind Santa Claus going missing, they kidnap him essentially. And, the course of the movie, Chris Evans' character, Jack O'Malley, the hacker guy, teams up with Callum Drift, Dwayne Johnson's character, trying to track down Santa. Of course, they have the big polar bear, CGI polar bear behind me. That's part of the crew at the North Pole trying to track him down. This is a movie just filmed on a big green screen. You could tell it's completely, fake, but it's, part of the fun of the movie too. At the same time, as you said, not taking itself too seriously, and it really doesn't. But I had a good time watching this at the cinema. I laughed a few times. The Rock is always over the top acting. Chris Evans had a great time with this role. A role we probably not going to see him in too often as the IT, hacker guy, even though he's really good looking. Not really believable in that aspect, but he had a good time shooting up a lot of scenery in this film. And of course, the rest of the ensemble, Lucy Liu, Mary Elizabeth Ellis, the waitress from Always Sunny,
Hmm.
plays the mom. Yeah, there's a bunch of people in this movie. Of course, J.K. Simmons getting jacked for this movie as Santa Claus.
Jack Santa.
Gee, Jack Santa here. He's in really great shape, and I thought he was fun.
Yeah, the cast works really well together. Everybody's having fun on this. But like you mentioned, it is just one big green screen CGI-a-thon. That's one thing that took me out of it, but that's kind of what I expected going in. So everything that you see from the trailers and the poster and the look of everything, that's really what you get in the movie. And once you accept that, you can have some fun with this, like both of us did. I liked all the cameos that we saw. Nick Kroll on the beach there in that scene. Some cool action scenes with the snowmen where Kiernan Shipka's character, unleashes the snowmen on him, and there's a big brawl um, by the beach there. And yeah, there's some pretty cool scenes and pretty lighthearted stuff, some funny moments. Has stuff for the kids. Both our sons were into this movie and thought it was cool and were entertained, throughout the runtime. This feels like a movie that probably could have been released on like Netflix or Prime or something and like just went straight to streaming. So I know they lost a lot of money because they decided to do this theatrically, and it didn't make anywhere near its budget back. So ultimately, a box office failure. It's actually going to streaming here in the next day or two on Prime. So it didn't have a long theatrical window. But this is a cool movie. This will be something that you can stream at home before Christmas, leading up to Christmas. It's a fun new Christmas movie here, an action, adventure, comedy mixed in. Deals with a lot of the lore that we know about and does it in an interesting way. It feels like kind of like a spy movie, an action movie. You get all that rolled into a Christmas movie, and I had a pretty good time with this. I'm going to give Red One, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Kris Kringle hair pieces. Oh,
Holy, ho 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 there, Toupee. My favorite character of the movie, Krampus, played by Tormund from Game of Thrones. Christopher is Jew or whatever, but I recognized the voice right away. I just thought of Game of Thrones Tormund. He was hilarious as Krampus. There's a whole scene where they go to meet up with Krampus and his group of cronies, and just really great. One of the better
yeah.
scenes in the movie. Of course, Krampus showing up against a Christmas witch at the end, which was completely unbelievable, but fun at the same time. This movie's tailored to, kids. Kids are going to have a great time with this. I had a great time at the movie theater with my son. He was into it, and that's all that matters. This is a movie I would definitely rewatch, during the holidays. It's definitely a movie you watch at home. I don't think necessarily you have to pay to go see this, but yeah, definitely check it out when it's streaming here shortly. Worth, at least a watch, and it's a fun family movie during the holidays. Definitely, original and unique, not the old same old Christmas story, and had a lot of fun with it despite all the CGI. So that being said, I'm gonna give Red One. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Logan the Rock hair pieces. So I want to hear from all you Kris Kringle enthusiasts out there. What did you like about Red One? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite holiday flick this year? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out these wild Krampus enthusiasts on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for latest, greatest TV, movie news, and reviews.
We've been having a great time leading up until Christmas. A lot of new movies and shows that have been coming out, and it's been hard for us to keep up with all of them, in fact, but we're doing our best. We've got a bunch of reviews lined up for you guys, and we thank you. And yeah, check out Red One. You can watch it on Prime, starting this weekend. So check it out. We both enjoyed it well enough. It's not great or anything. It's not a memorable Christmas movie, but it's fun, especially if you're looking for something new, not like a Christmas classic. So we recommend it. So with that being said, we are out of here for tonight. We're going to be back with an all new Cinefellas movie review very soon. So until then, I'm Uncle Henry Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Ooh, that's a mouthful. You can just consider me Mary Elizabeth Ellis until the end of the review, which is right now. Until next time, cheers, and
Cheers!
happy holidays.
Happy holidays.